The Formula One world is buzzing with reports of the most unexpected partnership that could reshape the sport's landscape. Christian Horner, after his 20-year stint with Red Bull came to an abrupt end, is now reportedly in serious discussions with Haas F1 Team for a potential collaboration that nobody saw coming. This development has caught the entire paddock off guard, as the British motorsport executive explores his options following his departure from the Austrian powerhouse. Horner's exit from Red Bull marked the end of an era that delivered unprecedented success to the team. The settlement from his departure reportedly netted him around $100 million, providing him with substantial financial resources to pursue his next venture in Formula One. Sources close to the situation indicate that Horner is all but done with the sport, unless the right opportunity presents itself, making this potential Haas connection even more intriguing. The reports surrounding a potential collaboration between Horner and Haas have emerged as the American squad is being seen as a serious contender when it comes to securing his services. Haas currently sits 8th in the Constructors' Championship, but their trajectory under Ayao Komatsu's leadership has been notably positive. The team has achieved significant progress, though it hasn't yet propelled them into the midfield battle as decisively as many hoped. What makes this partnership particularly fascinating is Haas's driver lineup, which appears perfectly positioned for future success. Esteban Ocon, who joins as a race winner, brings proven experience and speed to the team. Meanwhile, Oliver Bearman has been dubbed as the next great talent in the sport, representing exactly the kind of young potential that could attract someone of Horner's caliber. The British executive won't struggle with picking competitive drivers because this lineup already demonstrates considerable promise. Haas operates as a customer team, utilizing Ferrari's engines in the newly regulated era, just as they have historically. If the competitiveness of these power units proves competitive with Mercedes, then Haas can hope for some great results in the midfield. This engine partnership becomes particularly significant considering the 2026 regulation changes that could level the playing field across the grid. The business case for Horner's involvement becomes compelling when examining the potential impact on Haas's market valuation. The value of the team will most definitely skyrocket if Horner is part of it, whether he joins as team principal or invests as a part-team owner. His presence would immediately elevate the team's profile and attract top-tier talent from across the paddock. Horner's track record speaks for itself, despite the circumstances surrounding his Red Bull departure. He's won 7 Constructors and 8 Drivers' Championships, achievements that demonstrate his capability as a leader in Formula One. Even Toto Wolff acknowledged his departure, stating that he's going to miss his old friend Horner as a colleague on the grid. The role Horner might assume at Haas remains a subject of speculation. The leadership under Ayao Komatsu has been very much positive and rather promising, making it unlikely that Gene Haas would disrupt this successful dynamic by replacing his current team principal. Komatsu is a technically skilled individual with extensive knowledge, similar to successful technical leaders like Laurent Mekies. This technical expertise becomes crucial when considering recent developments at Red Bull. The team suddenly notched 2 wins with Max Verstappen after Horner was sacked and are now focused on competing with McLaren's MCL39. This success highlights how important it is to have a technically gifted leader as your team principal, suggesting that Komatsu's position at Haas remains secure. If not Haas, Horner has several alternative destinations that could provide equally compelling opportunities. Alpine represents one of the most intriguing possibilities, particularly given Horner's close relationship with Flavio Briatore. The Enstone-based squad will be switching to Mercedes-powered engines from 2026 onwards, a development that Briatore is heavily betting on. Alpine's current challenges center around their second driver situation. The team has scored points solely with Pierre Gasly, while the second driver's seat has been a very big problem throughout this season. After replacing Esteban Ocon with Franco Colapinto, reports suggest that the Argentinian will also see the end of his Alpine tenure at the end of 2025, as Briatore is not happy with the crashes of Franco. Ferrari remains another potential destination, though perhaps the most complex option available. Fred Vasseur has extended his contract with Ferrari, but the results aren't there. The change of concept has been rather disappointing in 2025, raising questions about the team's direction under current leadership. However, their engine is poised to be the second best on the grid, providing a solid foundation for future success. Whenever Ferrari is in question, you always need to enter the discussion with doubts, as the Italian team has consistently demonstrated their ability to disappoint when least expected. Yet this is Ferrari we're talking about, a team that commands respect and attracts the best talent regardless of their recent struggles. Aston Martin presents perhaps the most intriguing reunion possibility, primarily due to the Adrian Newey connection. Lawrence Stroll's ambitious approach to hiring the best available talent could create an opportunity for reconciliation. The saga revolving around Horner was the primary reason as to why Newey left Red Bull in the first place, combined with internal conflicts over technical direction. The timing of Horner's next move becomes increasingly critical as the sport approaches significant regulatory changes. We do need Christian to make a move sooner rather than later, particularly with the 2026 regulations, representing a reset opportunity for any team willing to invest properly in their infrastructure and personnel. Horner banked in around $100 million from the settlement with the Austrian team, providing him with serious financial resources to invest in an existing Formula One operation. It would be safe to say that Horner will aim towards a more high-commanding position in whatever team he eventually joins, whether as team principal, part owner, or strategic advisor. The Haas opportunity represents something unique in Horner's career, a chance to build something from a solid foundation rather than inheriting an established powerhouse. The American team's position in the Constructors' Championship, while currently 8th, provides realistic targets for improvement without the immediate pressure of championship contention. Horner understands the lessons from Günther Steiner's departure from Haas, recognizing that popularity itself won't keep you alive for a long period in Formula One. Results matter more than personality, and sustainable success requires more than just media attention and fan engagement. The potential partnership between Horner and Haas represents more than just another personnel change in Formula One. It could signal a fundamental shift in how American teams approach the sport, combining proven championship-winning experience with the resources and ambition necessary to compete at the highest level. Whether this collaboration materializes or Horner chooses an alternative destination, his next move will undoubtedly reshape the competitive landscape of Formula One for years to come. The timing of this potential announcement becomes increasingly crucial as teams finalize their strategies for the upcoming seasons. Horner's decision will likely influence other major moves across the paddock, potentially triggering a domino effect of personnel changes throughout Formula One. His extensive network of contacts and proven ability to attract top talent could transform whichever team secures his services. Gene Haas has consistently demonstrated his commitment to elevating his team's performance, investing heavily in infrastructure and personnel over recent years. The addition of Horner's expertise would represent the most significant coup in the team's relatively short Formula One history. This partnership could provide Haas with the credibility and technical knowledge necessary to challenge established midfield competitors like Alpine, Aston Martin, and RB. The $100 million settlement from Red Bull positions Horner as more than just an employee. He becomes a potential investor with genuine skin in the game. This financial backing, combined with his championship-winning experience, creates a unique proposition that few teams could match. Horner's involvement would likely accelerate Haas's development timeline significantly, potentially moving them from midfield strugglers to consistent point scorers within 2 to 3 seasons. The Formula One community continues to watch these developments closely, understanding that Horner's next move will have far-reaching implications for competitive balance across the grid.